Okay, so this is my new and improved updated sourdough recipe. Great for whole wheat sourdough or even regular sourdough recipe. First thing you need is 2 2/3 cups of bread flour. And then add 1 cup of whole wheat flour. If you're not making whole wheat sourdough, then just make it 3 2/3 cups of bread flour. Alright. Whole wheat. As you see, my measuring system is pretty accurate. Now this time I add 1 tablespoon of yeast to the flour because I want it to activate later, really. Let's give all that a stir. Okay, once we got this thoroughly combined and mixed, you'll need 1 5/8 cups of warm water. And now I've had a competition between my 2 starters, and this one is first. As you can see, you'll need a 1/2 cup of the starter. Whether I use a dark rye starter that I made in 2020, and it's pretty strong. It'll definitely change the color of your bread if you're making just white. So I like this for my whole wheat sourdough. Great flavor. And this is how I mix in my starter. Straight to the water, dilute it. Get it all. A lot of washing involved with this, as you can see. All right. And then just mix it all together. Get this off the lid. I'm gonna let this sit for a minute while I take care of something. I always do my starter right after I mix this. Give this a minute or so to get busy. But I don't like leaving my starter exposed. So I'm just going to feed it. Put it back in the fridge for a week. That's all I'm going to do with this. Alright, so let's turn it into a liquid solution. Pretty much. Bubbles is really active. That one's for a second loaf I'll be making this afternoon. Well, at least the dough anyways. Okay, you got that. You can see it's pretty soupy. Now my dark red flour. And you just want a texture, as they say a lot of times, is a thick pancake dough batter. Mixing it up. This will go to sleep in the fridge for a week. Okay, back to this. Let's now mix our flour, 3 2/3 cups, into the water, 1 5/8, with a 1/2 cup of starter, and a teaspoon of yeast in the flour. All right. Now you want your Danish whisk. I like to use. You can do it by hand. You'll eventually get tired of cleaning your hands. So just slowly mix in the flour with the water and starter. Twist it, stir it as it gets thicker. Really, the only way I can mix it like this is just twisting. Gets it through. Doesn't take long at all. Okay. And you have dough. We will add salt later in the process. So we'll add the salt in an hour. Right now, we just want the starter to work its magic. Use the flavors. Okay. Now, clean the edges. And then I start shaping the dough into the desired shape, just because. Okay, this time we are going to let it rest 1 hour. I will see you in an hour. Take a cotton towel, cover it up. Be back in an hour. Okay, it has been an hour. Now it's time to add salt and a tablespoon of water. I add almost a tablespoon of salt to my bread. Depends on how you like yours. I recommend at least a 1/2. Alright, now a tablespoon of water. Get your hand wet. You're mixing this by hand. Just mix the salt until you don't feel any more granulars in the dough. And then once that's done, we'll start our first fold. It takes a minute or two to get rid of the salt. So you can't feel them, and then you feel them on your fingers. Right. Dough's getting real tacky now. Go ahead and wet both hands this time for the fold. Alright. Let's do it 6 times. Stretch and fold. There's 2. 3. 4. 5. You'll build texture as you start folding. Let's do 6. It's a very wet dough, so it'll be complicated to work with at first. All right. Now, get that cleaned up. And then another hour of rest. Okay, put rest another hour. Okay, it's been an hour. So what we'll need next is a steeping basket, or if you don't have a steeping basket, you just get a bowl a little bit smaller than the one you have your dough in, and line it with a cotton towel and then cover it with flour. Now my steeping basket and I have history. So I'm using the lid as a liner because I have too many doughs stuck. I don't know why, but I just stick to the steeping basket so they don't stick to the liner. I have a sifter and I'm going to go ahead and cover this liner with flour. That way it doesn't stick to the liner. I started a mushroom broth while I was waiting for the dough. Okay, so now you want to get your hands wet again. Fold this again. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll feel it build tension as you're folding it. Okay, last fold. Drop it in and pinch it together. Okay. Now we want to cover the dough with flour. And I covered the basket liner just about like I just did this dough. And at this point, cover it with a cotton towel, put it in the refrigerator anywhere from 15 to 20 hours, and then we'll bake it. Okay, it is the next day, and it is time to bake some bread. I made one loaf already this morning at 4 a.m. It's football Sunday, if you can't tell. So, first let's get the dough out the oven. Now, what I have done is I have preheated my Dutch oven for the last hour at 500 degrees. So, you didn't see that on the video, but an hour ago I put my Dutch oven in the oven at 500. And preheated it. So you'll need a piece of parchment paper. If you don't have a Dutch oven, you're open oven baking, I'd recommend a pizza stone, preheated. Okay, now this is going to be 500 degrees when I pull it out. Okay. Okay, scoring. Now That's the good part right there. You really want to get it good. That way it has the chance to expand in the oven. All right. Looks nice. Okay. Okay, so now 30 minutes at 500 degrees. I'll see you in 30 minutes. Okay, it's been 30 minutes. Let's see what this looks like. Nice, nice. Not done yet. As you can tell, we got some browning to do. So what I do is I just put it back in the oven, close the door, turn it off. Now this whole wheat is a lot more moisture. It's going to take a little longer to cook than normal, so it is not done yet. I am browning it. At the same time, I'm going to let it sit and cool with the oven, and it will finish cooking for me. I made two so we can cut one now, and my neighbors always love fresh bread. So one I cooked at 4 in the morning. Let's take a look inside, shall we? Nice. My wife's gonna be all over this. So there we go. Looks great. That is breakfast and lunch, and make a lot of friends happy with the second loaf. All right, thank you.